knuckle up and get ready for the fight. If we gon' do this, we might as well do it right and knuckle up. Guard your face with the right. Watch my shoulder for the left, cause it might end your night. We all about big money, big cars, cause we ball hard. Fuck the 5-0, driving slow down the boulevard. And get the fuck out my ring. Get the knuckle up, you don't belong here. It's made for the king, you knuckle up.
Guard your grill, get you with that 1-2. The stick and move, rope a dope. I'm Manny Pacquiao, you. Money like Mayweather, I'm sugar like Wade Leonard. Marciano shaded, step to the quick white, it'll have you faded.
And now, without further ado, we're going to bring on our special guest. Hello, how are you?
Good, Charlotte. How are you?
I'm doing good. I've got no complaints.
That's love.
So I want to start by thanking you for taking out the time to be here. I really appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. It's a joy to be with you. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. So we're gonna start out with kind of a little answering question session here and getting to know you, and then once we're finished with that, then we'll end the portion with playing your tracks.
Okay.
So first of all, let's introduce and let everyone know who is in your group.
We're the BobbleHeadz. This is Scott Snares.
That's your boy, Big Ted.
And we got one other group member, Shy Baby, but he couldn't be here with us tonight. So that is who forms the BobbleHeadz currently.
So how did you guys come together?
I've known Taz for probably
10 years, probably.
Yeah. And we fell out. Not fell out, but just
lost touch, maybe.
Yeah, lost touch. You know, people go and do their own thing, and then they come back and reconvene at a later date. But that's for maybe 3-4 years. And, I got back in touch with him. He was doing his music thing. I was doing my music thing. And then he knew our other member, Shy Baby. He was doing his music thing. And we just kind of all came together, messing around in the studio, just making music, having fun. And, we laid down a few tracks. We were like, we really got something here. We got a chemistry together. So, that, been doing it ever since. This is our first album. Just came out about a month and a half ago, about 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, we're just trying to get ourselves out there and, and go from there.
Okay. And as far as those who inspire you to keep you going, who would that be?
My daughter.
My daughter.
My nagging wife.
My nagging wife also.
Yeah. My mom has always been there for me. Just the women in my life, the people in my life, a lot of people that, are close to my heart. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah.
And my stubborn self.
That's what's up. And, it's interesting that you made the comment that your stubborn self, because there's a lot of people who don't utilize that as a pro for themselves. They use just the opposite. It'll be the reason why they don't do something. So
they don't do something.
I had to print that out. So at this point, because it sounds like you guys have been doing this music thing for a while. So outside of your friends and family, what aspects of your life may have acted as a solid foundation for your craft to grow?
Well, when I was growing up, I was like 4 or 5. Like, music's always been good. Like, I can remember all the music I listened to throughout the course of my life. Like, when I was like 3 to 7, I was listening to like Leonard Skinner, Michael Jackson, the Righteous Brothers, and then I like came up through, middle school back then, which would be like elementary now.
Yeah.
Was middle like 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
And I was like Digital Underground and Scarface and Tupac, Madonna even, you know what I'm saying? Like, then as I got older, you know what I'm saying, I've just, music's always been a big part of my life. It's kind of corny, but it's like the soundtrack to your life. Like, you can name 50 songs that were like, hey, every time I listen to this, this is what I think of. You know, I think of this person, I think of this experience. I'm sure the younger fans are probably going to be like, he's loony. But like my old heads will understand what I'm saying. Like the music now is hot, but like I don't really like, I mean, I couldn't even tell you when like songs come out anymore. Like someone was talking about the other day by Capo. We saw, no lie, you know this. And I was like, man, how old is that shit? And we Googled it. It was like 07. I was like, man, that shit like old. You know, and it's crazy when you think of a song like, when you think of a song like Mind Playing Tricks by Face, you know, and you're like, man, that was 94. Like, that was almost 2 decades ago. But to you, it's like,
that's music, though.
Yeah, you try to play it for a young head, and they're like, man, turn this old stuff off, man. Put on, like, Soulja Boy or Wheezy or Raj, you know, Rose. And you like, man, that music cool, but we just, man, we like to, like, when we make a song, man, we're, like, in a place when we make that song. So that listening to it, like, hopefully we can show them that place, too, you know?
You know, I have to agree with that music thing because, and I'm also glad to know that I'm not the only person that can't tell you when a song came out as far as this new stuff. I have the time to know who the artists are, and I might have heard the song 100 times and still don't know who they are.
Because it's just like a conglomerate now. It's like a conglomerate takeover of the music industry.
Yeah.
Like what hair metal rock and popular R&B were in the 80s and the early 90s. Like that's what it is now. Like how you used to have Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, coming down the steps with his, you know, no offense, MJ, not wrestling, but his hair catching on fire. But like you knew that, you know what I'm saying. But now is Drake in a Sprite commercial. You know what I mean? Like that is the popular culture movement. So because of that, it affects the music a little bit, you know.
I agree,
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, besides that, it also starts to affect people's ethics across the board. You know, because of the way the music has gone, the way the videos have taken the music, the young ones come up, don't believe in that they should work for anything. Everything should be handed to them. It's about partying, about having the biggest diamond in their ears. But, you know, when we were coming up, the music, it inspired you. It also educated you. So it went hand in hand with us going to school every day. But these days, it doesn't. You know, kids could care less if they graduated or not.
I went like every third day.
Yeah, I went like every second day.
Yeah.
A lot. We didn't like. I was always there for class.
Yeah.
But between class.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and I totally agree with you, Charlotte. I mean, you know what? You can't blame the young people though, because I mean, it's just a progression of people of generations, you know, piling on top of each other. When our parents were our age, they were probably like, these kids nowadays, and they're Flavor Flavs, and they're, you know what I'm saying? Now we're people nowadays with their Rick Rosses and
Soulja Boy.
They don't even know who Rick Ross really is. Like, they know Rick Rose, but I feel you, but I don't think the artists that are out nowadays, they're super hot. You know, Rick Ross, Drake, Jay, Kanye, Gucci. I mean, they're good artists. I just think the music is different now than what it used to be. You know?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Kweli. You know, every time I hear Talib Kweli, High Tech, you know what I'm saying? There's a few of them that, you know, even Jay's pop culture, but I just think some music is universal and some music is generation. That's why you listen to Gucci and you like, what is this? But then you try to play someone like Ski Low, I Wish. Even though it's whack now, back then it was the jam. You like, check this out. They're like, this old. You know, music are made for generations, you know?
Yeah, it is. I do agree with that. And there's that select handful that's able to go across the board.
And those are how you know who are true artists. Like, I was just in Chicago maybe like
a month and a half ago,
2 months ago, and I seen the Sade John Legend concert. And I thought that was cool. Like, I was like, oh, man, like, I grew up on Sade, you know? And I was like, and here's, like, the person from the new generation, John Legend, that is really, like, an artist. Like, John Legend is the deal. And I thought that was cool to see those two people coming together and kind of, like, bridging the gap. Like, when I went there were old heads there were young heads there. You know, the span of that crowd was, like, 60 to 16. All different ethnicities, like, just people gathering for good music. That was really cool.
You know, and those are the kind of concerts that I love to attend, because I know that at the end of it, also the show itself is just going to be amazing, because there isn't any color lines on stage with the artist. But, you know, as we already covered, a lot of that music is, you know, just sometimes for certain generations only.
I think a lot of the music that, you know, people hear today on the radio, it's not really necessarily the stuff that the artist wants to put out there, but it's that corporations putting it out there because that's what people want to hear. You know?
Yeah.
So really, to really hear an artist, you got to buy their album just to hear the songs that are on there, because those are the ones that you ain't going to get plays on.
The singers nowadays are instruments, man. They instruments. They're not even singers anymore. I mean, there's a reason, you know, and no disrespect, because Rihanna has an amazing voice. She's a good singer. But there's a reason that Rihanna has more #1 singles than Elvis Presley. You know what I'm saying? Because her voice is an instrument. The same way people used to use guitars back in the day, people are using Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with T-Pain. And the same thing with Lil Wayne. Everybody's got their thumbprint. You know what I'm saying? It's like you name the best top 10. You're like, who are the best top 10 rap artists? You know what I'm saying? Rappers, hip hop artists right now. And it's like 2 fists because everybody got their own thumbprint. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna name one. You're gonna be like Luda, Ricky, Jay, Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? And Wale, you're going to keep going down the line. And everybody, no one sounds the same.
Yeah, and, I totally agree with that. Most definitely. And I think that's why there are some artists that end up getting forgotten about for a while, too. Because, you know, even though they're out doing their thing, but again, you know, it has a lot to do with what's in and now and what people are feeling at that moment to even hear their work for one. But even if they hear it, they don't get to know who these artists are because there's not enough platform for the independent artists, because so many people are stuck on that mainstream. They want to hear someone rap about their lifestyle. They want people to hear about, you know, who slept with their girlfriend. You know, the car that they bought. People know that they can relate to, but they don't want to deal with real life. So they run to the mainstream music.
No, absolutely. I agree with you, but you know, on another note, it's like people make their own platform, you know?
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of, you know, who you would say that are independent artists that are actually really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I can't, you know, like hip-hop, there's a lot of hip-hop artists. But it's not always the ones that are, you know, have pop appeal or are marketable that stand out, you know? I think it's a really diverse type of music. And, you know, people create their own platform just because, you know, you might have someone that's the hottest thing ever that been doing it for 15 years and no one knows who they are, and you got someone else that you ain't never heard of, but they on MTV, you know what I'm saying, 7 times a day.
Yeah.
You know, good music will shine through, though.
Yeah, it's true. It's most definitely. So, at this point, though, I'd like to ask these other 2 questions to tie it into that topic there. So, what do you seek to achieve with your music? And what do you want your listening audience or fans to gain from your music?
Hey, this is Tats on here now. What do we seek to achieve with our music? We want people to hear it. you know, because it's good music. If you like good music, I think that you'll like ours. You know, we always say we kind of got that old school but brand new, you know, so it's like that old school music, but it's got that new school feel. So if you was ever a hip hop head before and you kind of lost touch with it just because of everything that's kind of out, this is something that you're really gonna like. We get a lot of good responses about it. You know, a lot of people jamming to it now.
Mm-hmm.
We're just trying to get it out there and get it heard. We don't necessarily want to be the ones in the videos with the big diamonds in the ear and all that. You know, we just want people to hear our music and relate to it.
I like that. You know, even though, you know, and I think across the board, I think that's pretty much what any artist really wants. And, you know, and as you mentioned that, you know, a lot of times the music that some of these artists perform is not always what they wish to do. It's just because the companies are telling them that's what they're going to do. I once again, you know, I commend those who stay true to exactly what it is they want to do, which is having their music heard. You're going to have your diehard fans are going to end up hearing the music and they're going to know the words. But sometimes when bringing in new audiences who have come for the first time, sometimes it's the show itself that can only remember and not the music.
I see what you're saying.
There is a track. I was going to play all the tracks at the end, but there is a track that I want to play now because I have to say it's one of my favorites. Actually, I shouldn't say just one up. I play it quite a bit.
Okay.
And so I'm going to ask the question first, and just in case you need to have a little bit of time to think about the answer. But you have a track, Burn Till Tomorrow, and the question for that track is to share with us the creation and inspiration for the track. And we'll come back and have you answer that after we play it.
Okay, sounds good.
Put some smoke in the air to this.
Put some fucking smoke in the air to this. Reminisce over this blunt till it from fingertips. Captain of the vessel, call me skipper. Wanna be my Marianne, let's go find a ginger. Living it up, smash guts the back of the truck. Always running around with silly questions like what we drink, what we smoke, talking Henny and Kush. It's 20 question games asking what whips we push. Keep it on the hush, you find us in the VIP. Fresh to death, Reebok pumps, why don't y'all come fuck with me? And by me, you know I mean the whole team. Blunt haze so thick, it's kinda hard to find me. But you spotted, you pulling on that zipper. Trying to grab that Ursa Major, the Big Dipper, similar little flipper. This is the way we ball. Fuck with my team, we strike the match of the wall.
We on fire, baby. Let it burn, let it burn. We until back to fire. Hey, get up, get up, get up. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Get up. Put some smoke in the air. Burn, motherfucker, burn to the ground. Take your underwear off for the underground. Ladies call me soundbite cause they love the sound of me nibbling on the ear, yeah, turn them out. Freeze frame me, she like what she sees. A walking money tree in the flesh, I bleed G's. Please believe we fresh as feet breeze. The young kids love me, they call me the bee's knees. Drinking green beer, smoking green weed, counting green money, my life is so G. Dressed in all black with no hat, take 'em back to the old school where it started at. Big Daddy Kane up in the fast lane, got my Kanye on, banging Gucci Mane, rocking Pinky Rain. Shit ain't nothing but a chicken wing. Put me on the spot, know that I'ma bring it in. Yeah. We on fire, baby. Let it burn till tomorrow. Let it burn, let it burn. We until back to fire. Hey, get up, get up.
Okay, I'm back, and once again, we are. Well, I should say you are tuned into Cornbread Fed. I'm not tuned in, but you're tuned into Cornbread Fed with BobbleHeadz, and we just got to listen to the track "Burn Till Tomorrow." That's a hot track. That really is.
Hey, good looking.
Yeah, that's a hot track. It sounds good on the cell phone. We was jamming. Like, hey, all right.
Hey, that's
good.
What's up.
Yeah. We might have to shoot a video for that one.
Hey, that might have to be the first video. We was going to do number 6, the Bob Your Heads, but man, we should do the video for that one. We going to start on our first video here in about another 2 weeks. So.
Okay. That's what's up. So with that track, what was the inspiration behind that track?
Man, hey, so man, it's like a old school vibe. Like when you used to go to a house party back in the day. Like I ain't trying to say like shit didn't pop off, because shit popped off a lot of the times. But like that's my thing. Like you could get a gun pulled on you at the beginning of the night and be drinking and having a good time by the end of the night. Like, that shit don't happen nowadays.
Man.
Like, as soon as the gun come out, the whole crowd go up. And, like, that's what made, like, make you feel like it was just a different vibe back then. And I think that's the vibe I tried to capture when, you know what I'm saying? Because the dude, Zach Morris, we got a producer named Zach Morris, Bayside Beats. He looked like Mark Paul Glossier screeching them. And he made the beat, and he brought it over, and I laid down the chorus like that, burn till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, old school, we just set the roof on fire. Man, we gonna let burn till tomorrow. We a tough act to follow. Get up, you know? And I laid that down, and then Tats came over here, and we both laid the verses down, and it just turned out. Shouts out to Donnell. That's the singer on there. That's the vocals, Donnell. And, like, every time we sit down to write a song, we like thinking of like a time and place, like a vortex in the universe, like you sitting there, and when you sitting there, you listen into this, and that's what we try to aspire to on every track on that album and the new one coming. The new one coming is crazy.
Hey, big shouts out to Shy Baby off of Subject. He just hit me on the line. He wanted to say what up. Sorry he couldn't make it through, but he on the other end listening, so. There you go.
All right, that's what's up.
One more shout out. Spider Jazz.
Spider Jazz.
Spider Jazz.
Spider Jazz. That's the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, subject. We all over the place tonight. Charlotte, like, who are you? On my phone.
Like, man, we listen to the guy. He rambling.
It's okay.
Nah, you good. You good.
Looking back, we having a good time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, though, I have to share. I played a couple of tracks for my daughter. She loves music, and she likes that track. She likes that track "Knuckle Up," and I wasn't really sure how I was supposed to feel about that. But and she's only 10.
Hey,
she didn't even dare to ask why.
You want to know something real sad? I got a 3-year-old daughter. She turned 3 in November. I'll be in the car, man, riding, and she's in the back. We're like, put on Burn Till Tomorrow. We just got done listening to Sade. We just got done listening to Aven Brothers. She like, turn on Burn Till Tomorrow. And she's singing that line in the back perfectly, like that, drinking green beer, smoking green weed. My life is so G. Oh, 2.5, man, little Goldilocks curl.
Oh, wow.
Good. That's not cool.
Hey, Knuckle Up's cool for her, though.
Hey, Knuckle Up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's your girl's favorite song, Knuckle Up?
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were saying Burn Till Tomorrow because that's the one you play in my bed. Oh, wow.
That's the one that I like the most. She fell in love with Knuckle Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like Knuckle. Hey, you know, every song is a different experience. Like, if you don't like the whole album, man, you don't like a song on there, because there's a song for everything. You know, you got a smoke song, you got a growing up hard song, you got a girl song, you got an old school throwback song, you got a grimy song, you got a crunk song, like, you know what I mean? So.
Definitely. Okay, I found my thought. So, wait, don't mind me. Really don't mind me.
Good.
So, what are your future and current endeavors you are working on?
Man, I'm trying to get the NASA program to go back to the moon, because the last time we were there, they bombed it, and I want to see what happens after that. You know, like you just bomb the moon and drop the NASA program. No, hold on. Sorry. You see me on our future endeavors.
Yes.
So our future endeavors, man, we're working on a mixtape right now. I got like 2 or 3 storyboards. I had a storyboard for Knuckle Up. I had a storyboard for the Smoke song, and I had a storyboard for BobbleHeadz. And now, maybe we should do like a split video, like BobbleHeadz. And so we're working on a video. We're gonna start shooting on that in like the next 2 weeks. We're working on a mixtape. You can look for that probably about January or February. Yeah, that'll be done. Okay. Yeah, we'll leak a couple tracks before then, so you know people got something to listen to. But the final thing will be done about January. You know, we got our podcast, what's that? BobbleHeadz Radio.
Yep, on Spreaker.com.
On Spreaker.com. We upload a new one every Sunday. You can find that through our Facebook, Facebook.com/BobbleHeadz with a Z music with a Z.
Yep. You can look up on that Spreaker, BobbleHeadz music, live at the Hot Box. Every Sunday, new episode.
And we talk about real life the same way we talking right now. We talk about it on there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the cops just kicked in my door, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Charlotte, they kicked my door in. I don't know why they stole my checkbook. They took receipts.
Yeah, they didn't take the checkbook.
Oh, yeah, we found the checkbook. They took receipts, though. They laid it out. You know, I am a constitutionalist. They kicked in my door. It's real out here. And we talk about stuff like that all the time. We talk about how Tats has a sexual addiction and he can't control it. We talk about all that stuff.
Goodness. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to check you out on Spreaker. I just went and looked you up on there, so
yeah,
I'm gonna have to tune in.
Hey, Charlotte, can we add another caller in on this somehow?
Yeah.
Can we have Shy Baby call in real quick?
Outside?
Yeah, that number to call is 917-889-8009. So we just added on Shy Baby there.
Shy Baby.
What's up?
What's good with you, boy?
Man, up in the studio, you know, we do it 24/7. Man, what y'all talking about here, though?
Man, we going all over the place on here tonight, man.
Look, we going all over the place. I had to call up to be like, what's up?
Yeah, he did kind of slide in there and come back all laid back and chill.
I know we got a question or two in there for Shy somewhere.
We like Heath Ledger and Joker paint, man. We artists, man.
One of those questions was, who are those that inspire you to be that artist you are today?
Man, I gotta say, I don't know, a lot of my drive come back from my family back in Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of them came up from pretty much nothing, a lot of project living, you know what I mean? So I'm glad to be up out of that. My mom got me out of there, brought me to the burbs, gave me a little bit of a better chance to just change the lifestyle, you know, take it into a different direction. And music's been one of my favorite things since, I guess, I've been out the womb. You gotta keep it real. Like, I'm real big on old school, and that reflects a lot into the music. And linking up with Scott and Tess, I think it's really progressing to where I needed it to be.
All right. Now, now, as far as your craft and how it's grown over time, what aspects of your life has helped that grow and be a solid foundation for you?
Man, I'm really thinking, I'd have to say, to be honest, Scott, big shout out to you because you really made me look at music industry in a way different perspective than what it is. Like, a man has to be an enterprise, so you got to build a business from that. So my goals have been a lot more towards pushing this music thing, especially locally and nationally, however we can do it, however we can get it. I just want to change the game, kind of switch it up from the stat quo that it is right now.
Mhm.
That's my dude. Chop baby.
Yeah.
What? Now this is for all three of you, but whichever one decides to answer is quite fine with me. What advice would you give upcoming artists?
Who shoot?
Stay humble. Work.
There you go. Yeah. Work. That's key.
Stay humble and work. Work. Keep your nose to the grindstone and know that you could do this for a decade and have to do something else. You know what I'm saying? Don't come overnight. Stay humble. Acknowledge those above you. Don't disrespect those below you. And
show love at the shows. Show love to get love back.
Yeah. So.
Stop picking on the line. Spider jazz.
Yeah, they clowning. My girl heard that too.
Hi, Jazz.
Hey.
Love you, Jazz.
Hey, you can punch Shy in the arm for us.
Yeah. Get him good.
Spider jazz. I'm done.
All right. So with your guys' combined experience over the years, how have you seen music change, and what do you predict is going to come in the future for hip-hop?
I guess in my eyes, I'm seeing music's moving forward, but at the same time, you can't move forward without the past, and you see a lot of that reflected in everybody's music. Everything that's being done now, just same thing from the past, just a little bit better. You know what I mean? Whether it be samples, the auto-tune thing, that's been done. People think that's brand new. All the new school kids, that's been done.
Anyone else?
I think, music, like everything else, like fashion, like politics, like the economy, it goes in cycles. It's got its peaks, it's got its lows. Everything's reduced, used, recycled. And, everything come back around. And we trying to stay ahead of the loop on that because we want to see that movement progress, Music is circular. What is circle? Circular.
ATR, though.
Shout out to ATR. Shout out to Aaron. And, that's what we do, man. We making what we want to make, and it's our time, man. You got
to be the voice.
Hey, like skinny jeans came back, old school hip hop gonna come back, and we're gonna be right there at the forefront of it.
Man, wearing Reebok pumps and snapbacks.
What you know about Reebok pumps? Man, I still rock the fitted because we old. My head is big, but dog. Hey, but listen, all these kids today, they never had a snapback because all they had was fitteds. Man, we rocked the snapbacks in '84,
Don't even ask them what
triple fat goose starter jacket.
Someone under the age of 25, they don't even know what a flex fit is.
No, I'll break out a starter jacket. You know what I mean?
Straight up, man.
Remember them Chicago Bulls? Shy had a Bulls starter jacket. I bet
had the warm up, right?
I'm gonna come through in some sweatpants with some different color patches ironed on the knees. And then really see what they have to say. Like, I'm taking it back, man, to the sandbox. Hey, you don't know about that.
Zubas and cross colors,
Man, straight up, man.
All right, that's what's up.
Hey. Music, man. Music is a beautiful thing, man. There's no rules. There's no boundaries. And if you don't give a shit about what people have to say about you, you know what I'm saying? You just do what you want with music, man. You take all that all that shit people telling you what you can do and what you can't do, you know, what you will do, what you won't do, what you will see, what you won't see. You take all that shit, you pack it up into a little Hayukin fireball, and you put it right into the studio equipment, man. And people will feel that, because people live through that every day. You just keep your music real, man. You'll be all right. We still giving people advice, right? I know that was the last question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It's there, but.
Okay. So, pretty much at this point, we're going to wrap up the interview portion, but I do have one more question. It's not really a question. It's pretty much I want you to let everyone know where they can find you, where they can listen to your work, and once again, give the information for Spreaker.
Man, you can find me at Famous Dave's. I'm going to be green beans and the Cisco cornbread fed.
Hey, yeah. We were sitting here listening to the intro, hungry as hell, like hearing about cornbread.
Cornbread like 38 times. It was like, oh yeah.
Hey, we got hungry.
You can find us on www.cdbaby.com. You can also find us on Facebook. You can find us on Twitter, both under BobbleHeadz Music, BobbleHeadz with a Z, Music with a Z. We're going to be on iTunes real soon. I thought we was on iTunes already, but apparently it didn't work out that way. So I will have us on iTunes very soon. Otherwise, cdbaby.com. You can get the whole CD, or you can get individual downloads. Go to our ReverbNation.com page, BobbleHeadz with a Z. You can get single downloads. You can get ringtones there. You can get all that. So we're working on merchandise too. We should have hats and T-shirts here very, very soon. So it's just moving and grooving. You like
right. I like that. That's what's up.
Yeah. Now it's just vanilla though.
Man, blame it on the rain. Make it rain on them.
Oh, wow.
Every other Sunday, catch us on that Spreaker.com. Just search BobbleHeadz Music live at the Hot Box. Always a new volume up every Sunday.
Yeah, and we post that on our Twitter and our Facebook too. So as long as you're on Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, you'll catch that.
All right, that's what's up.
On the way, yeah.
All right, everyone, and this is Charlotte, a.k.a. Poetry is Me, and this is Cornbread Fed, and we just wrapped up the interview portion with BobbleHeadz. I want once again to thank everyone for coming to hang out on this interview portion. My cheeks hurt from laughing so hard, but it's all good.
Yeah.
I'll just sit back and enjoy.
103.3.3.3. BobbleHeadz Radio.